and today I'll give you guys a little bit of an update from last time. I don't have many new projects. I've been in exam season and it's been more or less about a month. Some of my gift knits I'm almost done, but I don't sorry, I'm a bit sick, but I haven't gifted them yet because my friend's schedules didn't work out, and we're not gonna get to see each other until a couple months later, but that's okay. Let's start. So the first thing I have an update on are the granny squares. I've organized them better this time, so hopefully you can see here. And I have done 20 so far. I haven't picked this project up a lot, but I've got 20 right now. I kind of feel like 20 is enough, but I want to finish some colors first. Like I want to finish this cream color that I've got, and I want to finish the pink off. Let me show you the colors I have left. For this cardigan, I don't think I want to use the black yarn. I don't really think it's gonna fit, and I don't really want to use the yarns that are like this, that are not fuzzy, because again, I don't think it's gonna go together. So from last time, I've already, made up my mind a little bit about what I want to do, and one of the things I do not want to do is incorporate this type of yarn. So let's have a little look at the yarns that I want to finish. I want to finish this one. It's almost done, but I want to finish it. I want to finish this one. There's another one that is exactly the same as this one, and I also want to finish this brown one, but I'm still debating with myself whether I want to use this brown for like here, the ribs, and maybe to put it a little bit together on the opening, and then also a real little waist rib. I'm not sure yet. So I will actually just finish up the pink and the beige one, and then see how much I can put together. And I also have another idea, which is to knit the ribs instead of crochet them, because I prefer the look of knitted ribs. So I might do that. And that's the update on this project. I know, not very climatic. Oh, also, if you watched my yarn organizing video, like my yarn corner organization, it's actually been keeping really well. I didn't expect it. Like the way I organized it, it's actually been really good. And I've used up most of my vest. I think maybe I'll talk about my vest next. My vest yarn, I've used up most of it, and the little pieces I've been putting back into the cubby, like winding it up and putting it back into the cubby, and it's all fit so far. Next, I'll talk about the vests. In the last update, the last video, I only had 3 done, and I was in the middle of making another one. Now I have all of them. The only thing that's left is the collar and the sleeve, I think for 2 of them, but we'll see right now. So this one is mine, the one I made for myself last time. You can see I finished this part off, and I have since decided not to do the embroider for all of them, but the one for my boyfriend and I might make some embroidery because we can match. This is my vest. It fits really nicely, and the arms aren't too snug. I modified the pattern a little bit because I noticed that this part was really short. It was the same size as the ribbing on the neck, and I didn't like it. I found it too short, so I extended it so it will cover my shoulders. Here you can see, and I really like that modification. I also made mine a little bit shorter. In the original pattern, it's a little bit longer. I think you will see with the other ones, because the other ones I followed the pattern exactly, but this one is mine, so I was able to modify it a little bit more because I could try it on as I went, and it was actually really fun to make. And here, the finishing, you can see I used a pearl bind off because it's more stretchy, and I hate it when I knit something and I cannot get it over my head. And in my try on knit, because I actually knitted a sample before I started knitting all of them. That happened because I did this type of bind off. For the sleeve, I don't mind this type of bind off, but for the actual, you know, collar, I mind it because I hate it when I can't get stuff over my head. It just is like really frustrating, so I decided to modify a little bit. But I love the color and I've worn it so many times, and I think it's one of my favorite garments right now. The one I'm working on right now is my boyfriend's. It's the green one. I've already put the collar, but I haven't put the sleeve area. I haven't finished it off. But you can see big progress since last time. Last time I think I had only finished until like here. And I think this is the one that took the longest to knit because it's very big. I haven't even, you know, closed it yet. It's the same size as mine, but it's longer because like I said, I followed the pattern. And I think this is the last one I'm gonna do because I'm going home on holiday soon and I don't want to bring all of my projects. This one I'm not gonna bring. I'm just gonna finish off my boyfriend's and then I'll kind of just leave them to the side. I finished the gray one. It looks so pretty, so pretty. Yeah, and here you can see that I extended this quite a bit. I just love the details on it, you know. But for the neck part, I've actually used quite a few different types of bind off over here. So all of them look kind of different because I wanted to experiment with the stretchiness. They all turned out really good. This one you didn't see at all last time because I hadn't even started it. It's just like the beige one. It's blue, dark blue, navy. This one is a larger size. I think this is the second largest one. But I kind of wish I had made this color for myself because look at it. Isn't this color so nice on me? I really like it. I have some leftover here and might make something with it. I just gotta weave in some ends a little bit better because you can see they're a little bit, they've peeked out a little bit ever since I've weaved it in. And then of course we have this one, the burgundy. And you can see this one is the same size as mine, just a little bit longer. It's actually the same size as the beige one. But yeah, I'm done. I'm done with them. I'm done with them. And I just decided not to do the embroidery in front. It's gonna take far too long. The patience for it has left my body. Just not doing it. So the next thing I've got lined up for you is actually really exciting. Had my top down t-shirt. You remember it? It's done. It's done. It's so soft. It's so beautiful. And I love it. And last time it was almost done, but it wasn't quite. It's mine, so I can choose to not weave in the ends. And I'm choosing to not weave in the ends because that's gonna take far too long. I have already set into the phase of this is a wearable project. I'm gonna wear it as much as possible. And I've worn it quite a few times, even though it's winter and it's too cold for it. I feel like the sleeves did not turn out identical because I finished them so far apart from each other that my gauge was already different, and one of them I finished in the round, the other one I sewed it in the end. I tried blocking it a little bit with my steamer. Kind of worked out, but I think I need to block it differently. It fits me perfectly, and it just looks so good. Only the back is a little bit open, but my back is none of my business. I cannot see it. I can't see it, so therefore it is perfect. Here you can see I made the sleeves a little bit longer. So it's more of a tee and it's just so comfy. The material is just really breathable. It's not hot at all. There are a few holes here and there, but it's nothing so big that I can't just wear it by itself. Like just now I'm just wearing it. I noticed that it does wrinkle. It does wrinkle a little bit, so I have to steam it from time to time. And here I think you can see where my gauge kind of changes a little bit. Here it becomes a bit looser, a bit tighter. I think it's just because it took too long for me to complete it. I'm so satisfied with this. The next thing I have an update on is this sweater. It's my own pattern that I've been developing. It's gonna take a long time. I already said that last time, but there's some progress. You can see it's larger now. Here is the shoulder part, and as you can see, it's a drop shoulder design. And then over here in front, I made a few decreases. So you can see up until here is just worked straight, and then a few decreases here. And then now it's just worked straight again. And then I'll work it straight a few more rows maybe until here. and then I'll increase again to make the other shoulder. So what I hope to do, like I explained last time, is to work the front and the back as one single really large panel, and then in the end I just have to sew it together in one spot, or I will slip stitch it together or single crochet it together. Haven't decided yet, TBD. And here you can see the ribbing better, I feel like, since the piece has gotten bigger. It's really light. But the only thing I don't really like about this yarn as I work with it in crochet, because I've only knitted with it before, is that it is a little bit difficult to find and count the stitches. I've been kind of just winging it, and I think at one point I kind of lost where I start the rib because my stitch marker came off. I don't even know how that happened since this is the one that closes, but that happened and it's okay. But it's kind of difficult, as you can see here, to differentiate the stitches. You can just kind of tell that one is shorter, one is taller, but it's kind of hard to see where the taller ones end and the shorter ones begin. In the end, I think because it's like such a fuzzy yarn, it's just gonna come together and it's gonna look great. Yeah, so this is my tiny little update on this one. And then maybe I will also knit a little rib like this, like a folded over rib neckline. Next, let me talk about a new cast on, a new whip. So this one I'm expecting to finish in the far future because I'm using 2.5mm needles, and it's supposed to be a dress in the end. This is a vintage pattern, I think from the 50s, the 60s, and so far I've only done 5 or 6 rows. I'm knitting it in the medium size that's available because I think that's the closest to my size for this pattern. And right now this is the back, and you work the bust part of the back from the bottom up, and it's its own panel, and then the front are 2 different panels, and then you work the skirt, but I didn't read that far ahead yet. It's a free pattern. There's like this vintage knitting website. Sometimes the patterns are a bit hard to read because the wording they use is kind of different for some of the stitches. You have some conversion charts and everything, and it becomes quite easy to understand. The last thing I have to show is actually just this little pouch. I made a little bag for my bag. I was actually planning on making a whole bunch of them for Christmas and handing them out, but over here in China, exam season is during Christmas. My exams literally started on the 24th of December, and right now it's January 4th, and my exams only end on January 9th. I've been doing exams all this time, so I was a little bit ambitious with this, so I made one, and it is what it is. I think I'll just keep it to myself and put it maybe on a bag, you know, because the whole idea of this is that I can put it on a purse or something and pull this through so it doesn't open. Like, you can use it for chapsticks, for earphones. Maybe I can show you real quick. 1 second. Let me use my university bag for a second and my pink earphones. So I think my earphones are a little bit bulky for this because of the case, but idea is you just put it in, pop it in, go like this, and then just thread this over like this, and then, you know, just put it around here like so, and then you won't lose it. You can put it towards the inside of the bag so nobody sees it, or you can put it towards the outside of the bag like a little ornament. I just found it kind of adorable. I made one, but it's so easy and fast to make. I thought I would end up making a bunch and giving them out, and you know, sometimes things just don't turn out the way you want them to, and it's okay. Okay, that's all I have for you today. I know that it's not super exciting. It's not a whole bunch of whips, a whole bunch of progress, but it's progress enough for me. And I've been enjoying all of my projects, and I'm a person that pauses whenever I want to pause a project. If I'm not enjoying it, I just simply frog it. I think if you saw my organization video, I even have a frog bag. I hope all of my projects this year bring me joy, and hopefully I can share some of that joy with you. I'll see you next time when I have more to update. I cannot guarantee when that will be, but I'm going on holiday soon, and that can mean one of two things. One, I will knit and crochet a whole bunch, or two, I will not knit or crochet at all. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!